Got a bell, got a bell, bell. Another headbutt, ref. Let me work on it. Let me work on it. Let me work on it.
You're doing well.
Hey, ahí lo tienes.
You have him.
But
you're not finishing. Okay? You're not finishing with the combination. You hit him and then you stop. You just got to keep going. Hit him in the jaw.
Hey. Yes. Yes. Hey. His head all night. Hey. No te confundas. Tú usas las manos.
Let's use the hands.
Their body. On a benito. Si straight punch is you need fine. So jabu ko ko dum yo so. Ara what you near ko ka je wo. Don't near ko ka. Come on.
You saw the cut on Perez's forehead. As we get ready for round 10, Perez 19-0 with 14 knockouts. Agbeko 27-1, 22 KOs.
And about that cut, the way where that cut is more on the forehead area, that could not come from anything but a clash of heads. So that kind of, validates the decision by Robert Byrd.
And with a guy like Agbeko to be expected.
But it has not been a major factor now in terms of the confidence of Perez or anything. Good right hand by Agbeko. Ooh, and another.
Right on the top of the head. Good jab by Agbeko.
Watch your head, guys. Watch your head. Watch your head. Okay, let's go.
Robert Byrd on top of it. Solid Las Vegas referee.
The left hook of Perez that was so good earlier, now not so good. And he's not known for that punch. That's why it was so amazing he was landing it so precisely and so powerfully early. But now he's kind of pushing that punch and throwing it too wide. Agbeko having a very good round 10.
Good right hand by Agbeko. Now he goes to the body. Again to the midsection. Agbeko is really starting to land more punches repeatedly.
Perez's shots are wider and less effective than they were early in this fight. You don't want to make a judgment too early, but here in round 10, you get the feeling.
And a right by Perez.
Well, I was just going to say, you get the feeling Perez is really slowing down. Then he lands two great rights.
Then out of nowhere, he sneaks one in. These guys really have to respect one another. I mean, Agbeko said that even when he was dismissive in terms of predicting the knockout. He said, P.S. I think Perez is a great fighter. Now he's really finding out. His words are true.
Good jab by Agbeko, a punch that is sometimes underused.
Uh-oh, look out! Something with the eye of Agbeko, and he goes down. It's being ruled a knock down with 30 seconds to go. He gets up quickly.
6.
Oh, he says it was a headbutt.
8, you okay? You want to go?
There's a twist. He said Perez butted him, and he is upset in the direction of Robert Byrd.
I think there was a clash of heads, but Robert Byrd didn't see it, and Perez kept punching.
So a dramatic moment, a poignant moment in this fight. And that's the first time that Agbeko is down in his career.
Okay, relax.
Much of the drama of this fight has revolved around clashes of heads. Now, we believe that's what started this sequence and created the problem for Agbeko. We'll find out in a moment, because it's much easier to see in slow motion, but it looked that way in fast motion as well. There it is. That's the head and he just turned. And then Perez did the right thing. The referee didn't step in, and so he said, I'll keep punching. Now, Robert Byrd was on the other side of this, so there's a reason why he couldn't see that. He was kind of in back of the two fighters, and it just wasn't obvious to him. And it became a knockdown.
Al, I think it was right on his eye, and it temporarily blinded him.
And you point out the irony of the fact that more often those kind of situations go in Agbekko's benefit. I want to point out that would not be a situation covered by the new rule where they'd go to instant replay. It is only if a fight is stopped as a result of something untoward that happens at that moment, if it's stopped at that moment.
All right, Al, so the plot thickens as we hit the championship round.
Well, the only thing missing from this fight was controversy, and now we have that as well.
Another look at press row scoring. Things continue to get interesting. Two have it, Perez, one Agbekko.
And the question was, would you make that last round a 10-8 round because Agbekko was doing very well in it?
So, of course, that's unofficial. They've got it a split decision for the challenger, Perez in the white. Now Perez with the hands down has to be careful. Cannot toy with Agbekko.
And we have to give Agbekko a lot of credit. That hurt him, that clash of heads. That hurt him badly, and he went down, and he's recovered relatively well from that.
He got up pretty quickly, but he was stunned momentarily.
Now, Perez now throwing a lot of those combinations that he even threw earlier, but Perez's punches, make no mistake about it, don't have the same steam they had earlier in the fight. And Agbekko was winning that last round. Oh, my.
The action just rages on.
And now such a sense of urgency by Agbekko because of that knockdown. Whether he thinks it was legitimate or not, he knows it went against him.
Oh, it could be a huge factor down the stretch if this goes to the scorecards. We come up on a minute remaining in the 11th round. The drama builds. Oh, Perez just got out of the way of that one. Left hook, sweeping hook attempt by Agbekko. Back comes Perez on the inside.
Steve, they exchanged two right hands that should have knocked anybody down. Both men threw them.
The durability of these two warriors. And, you know, I don't want to sound redundant by keep saying they're warriors, but they are gallant.
And there's body work by Agbekko, not forgetting that. This round was a round Agbekko was doing very well in early, but Perez has come back exceptionally well in the last minute and a half.
It's as if it's the first round, the way they're throwing.
This is one of those fights I don't want it to end. I know nobody should have to take more than 12 rounds of this, but I don't want it to end.
I'm sure a lot of fans share the same feeling. Final seconds of the 11th, another sizzling round from Las Vegas.
Hey, Johnny, you're real close. This is the last round coming. This is the last round, 12th round. You gotta take the title. You came here. That's what you came here for. You came to take it away. Your hands have to be up. And discipline. And this is for all the sacrifice you've done for your family. All right, go for it.
The final round of a brilliant championship fight here in Las Vegas. And how about the two symmetrical cuts on the inside of Perez's eyebrow?
And I believe the second one was caused in the last round or the round before when Agbekko went down from that clash of heads.
Here we go, Al.
Everything's on the line here in round 12. We don't know what the official scoring is, but you have to think this is a very close fight.
Non-stop, relentless punching by both fighters. Perez landing with the right hand and the left. What does Agbekko have? Uppercut of the inside with the left hand by Perez. Agbekko to the body with the left.
I would be shocked if the judges have this more than a point or two, or one way or the other. I've got 1 point for Perez. Easily make a case for Joseph Agbekko.
I don't know if I've ever called a fight in about 22 years with this many punches.
No, Steve, I think you're right. The work rate has been ridiculous. And the big punches landed have been ridiculous. Both men are good punchers.
This is out of sight.
And some of the big punches have come so quickly. Look at that little left hook on the inside by Perez and then the right by Becco. There's so many punches, you lose sight of the big ones.
One of the great fights of 2009. You're seeing it right here on Showtime.
The Becco right hand effective in this round. Neither man has slowed his attack in round 12.
Not at all. The fans chanting Yanni, Yanni. The underdog, Yanni Perez. What a sensational